bigger problem, I think, that the whole system, the education system, the political system, and the private sector are all aligned to get the smartest people in the world to make the rich richer. This is a problem. We need to look at how we can get the smartest people to solve the world's biggest problems. And in doing so, I believe they can coexist with wealth and opportunity. There's huge amounts of innovation in creating a sustainable planet, the green jobs that come out of it, the opportunity to develop beyond the Industrial Revolution. Huge amount of opportunity. And there's a huge amount of wealth to be created by those that do it. Many of you are in this room. I believe that my generation, the young, the youth, need to be different. We need to be a generation of leaders. Never before have so many problems rested on a generation's shoulders, whether it be climate change, whether it be population growth, whether it be nuclear proliferation, desertification, food access, water security, terrorism, etc. All these problems are resting on our shoulders, and we are inheriting many of them. And where is the solution here? How do we develop these young leaders? I think it's absolutely important. I'm really positive about this because there's platforms such as this. There's TED, there's One Young World, there's the World Economic Forum, the YGLs, Sandbox networks, other things like it, ISIC. And many of these organizations I've participated in, and there's many, many more, where young people are sharing ideas with business leaders and they are implementing change. I am youth positive, and I'm certainly India positive. As the billboard goes, what's not to be positive about India? So let me share with you a story. I once met Ben Verweyen. He was the chief executive of BT, ex-chief executive of BT. And he was heavily criticized for taking jobs from the UK and relocating them to India. Heavily criticized for that. And something that really stuck with what Ben Verweyen said to me, he said, talent has no age, talent has no gender, and talent has no passport. Opportunity has all three. My question is, how do we meritocratize opportunity? How do we give open source opportunity, give it greater access, identify those rough diamonds and develop them? I believe we have to look beyond the formal education system. It's not producing the change anywhere near the speed we need it to. And I would ask you, what do you think makes our generation unique? What do you think makes young people unique today? I am what you could call a digital native. I was born into technology. I was born into this pace of change. I was born with access to the internet, etc., from a very young age. Those younger than me even more so. Think about it. I've never had to get up off the sofa to change the TV channel. I've never had to memorize a telephone number. And this change is sort of second nature. Whereas my parents' generation are what I call digital immigrants. They've had to learn it, and they've had to apply this change to their lives and their work lives, etc. And if you like, my grandparents' generation, and many in the world without access to that technology, are what I call digital refugees. The digital divide is a huge problem. And by bridging that digital divide, I think we can solve so much in terms of identifying those rough diamonds. And an important point here about my generation is we are unique for one important reason. For the first time in history, the youngest to enter the workforce are an authority on something that matters. Think about that. Young people today are the authority on technology, on social media, on the internet, on the collaboration tools that are changing the way we live and work. We are the authority. That's why Mark Zuckerberg's my age. That is our opportunity as young people. Think about it. The average college grad understands the internet and uses the internet more efficiently than the average CEO of the organization they're going into. That is fundamentally different, and it's never happened in the workplace before. In fact, when my parents graduated, they were perhaps an authority on, model train sets or rock and roll bands. It didn't really matter. They had to work their way up the ladder to become the authority in the workplace, whereas young people today are an authority on something already. something that matters. In the West, people spend longer on social media, on social networks, than they do in formal education. It's a phenomenal stat. People think it's wasting their time. I believe it's a huge opportunity. I believe that the internet can be a great opportunity to map and meritocratize the global talent market, to open it up, to create, if you like, fair trade talent. Imagine that. It's a phenomenal concept. Now, I have a dream. As you heard, I run bravenewtalent.com. Check out the site. I set it up just over 2.5 years ago with the mission to map and meritocratize the world's talent market. We wanted to increase the efficiency of the world's talent market because I saw that as the first problem that is so big it needs fixing. It's such a big marketplace, and it's something I was so passionate about. So what we do is kind of simple. We're, if you like, a social network, like Facebook. Rather than connecting you, me, and you, it's me to employers. And we build communities for employers. We let people connect to companies they want to work for. And they can engage with them, and what it does is lets the employer see who wants to work for them before they've applied to them. That means they can engage and recruit those people with more efficiency. But that's the tip of the iceberg. What really excites me is if an employer can see the people that want to work for them before they've applied to them, they can train and develop those people. They can provide skills and distribute skills and training and use the response to that training as a way to recruit and hire and filter the best people. They can develop those rough diamonds. And what happens is anybody with an internet connection can receive a free education and free skills from employers that they're interested in. Employers can develop people and create a meritocracy out of talent. And they can use it to improve the efficiency, to apply the best minds to the biggest problems. Imagine that if we can improve the efficiency of the human capital market. It's a huge, huge issue. What we want to see is the university of IBM, the university of Infosys, the university of L'Oreal, where these companies give free education to anybody that wants to participate, and they are measured with an employability score, and those people can actually get jobs in those companies if they're the best people. That would create more of a meritocracy, it would create more of a flattening, and that would have huge potential and power in the world. Almost like a virtual university. Now this is my dream at Brave New Talent. We're going to be coming to India now. Really excited to be here. It's my dream, and I hope it's an idea that you can share and spread. I think we need to look at how we can develop leaders and how we can be more inclusive in our education system. And I think we need to look beyond education. And if I can end with a quote from one of your prime ministers, ex-prime ministers. He said, "Dreams are not what I have in my sleep. They are what prevent me from sleeping." Thank you very much.